Been dubbed the greatest day in the Euro 2020 tournament so far. We've saw a lot of goals and plenty of drama, and of course two teams make it through to the quarterfinals. Who were they? I'll tell you one of them next. That's right, folks, back once again with another match review, looking back at the old Croatia-Spain last 16 encounter in Euro 2020. And we'll get to that in just one second. If you're new, where have you been, boys? Smash your subscribe button and get your banger today with all things Euro 2020 related, Blackburn Rovers related. Whoa, football, we're going to know here. Underwater, that's right, goodness gracious me. This game had 8 goals, and goodness gracious me, plenty of drama. As we look back on it, we'll take a look at that in a minute. Big shout out to the VIPs. They are the Patreons. Thank you for your continued support. And if you are new, smash your subscribe. Smash out the old link, the follow and all that kind of business. And of course, check out the links in the old description. Here we go then. 8-goal thriller. Goodness gracious me, it was Croatia against Spain. Here we go. Recap those goals, and what a way. This game had everything. Absolutely everything. And a big howling own goal to kick us all off. Pedri's been credited with it. A back pass that Unai Simon between the sticks should have been all over it. Absolutely should have been all over it. But of course, slipped his mind. His attention was elsewhere. He was already thinking about what kind of, well, what do they eat? A paella. What paella he's going to have a little bit later on. But of course, took his mind off the ball. Ball went in the back of the net. Goodness gracious me. The Croatians took the lead. Goodness gracious me. However, Pasalic got themselves right back in the thick of things with a 38th minute goal. And a zinger as well, as to make it a cherry on top, to give the Spanish a bit of hope. However, it wasn't to end there. That was just the first half, boys and girls. Into the second half. Says Azilicueta with this 57th minute lead for Spain to give them the lead, and of course looking very comfortable at that. It looked like the Croatians had already gone home. They had their stroke of luck, but it wasn't meant to be. But it was meant to be a little bit later on. Torres doubled the tally, or doubled the lead a little bit to make it 3-1, and you would think game, set and bloody match. 76 minutes, 40 minutes ago, there's no way back. Well, there was. Goodness gracious me. Miroslav Orsic on the 85th minute gave Croatia a small glimmer of hope. Surely they couldn't do it. Surely they could. Yes, they bloody could. Yes, Mario Pasalic, of course, with the 92nd minute equaliser. We went into extra time. Goodness gracious me. Wow, wow, wow. And of course, in extra time, there was only one winner, and of course, it happened to be the Spanish in the end. Morata has been in the spotlight recently over in Spain. Get a lot of hate mail and all that kind of stuff, but he stood up to the plate with a zinger chicken dinner to make it 4-3. And of course, Oyarzabal coming on with a substitution, of course, coming on with 103rd minute to cherry on top to make it 5-3. 8 goals. Goodness gracious me. Where do we begin with the stats? Goodness gracious me. 67% possession for the Spanish, 33% possession for, of course, the Croatians. 23 shots on the day. Wow, wow, wee, wow. 23 shots, 10 shots on target, 10 shots off target, 3 block shots as well. They did even hit the woodwork, the Spanish, to try and get them closer to the big fat W. As for the Croatians, 12 shots to them for they, 5 of them off target, 7 of them on target. None of them were blocked, so keeper was very, very busy in the end. Unai Simon gave himself a bit of credit at the end. 8 corners to 1. Wow, wow, wee, wow. Good favour of the Spanish. 25 free kicks to their 10 as well. What about the passes? 883 passes in the whole 120, 427 for Croatia, 792 were completed by Spain. That's 90% success rate. As for the Croatians, the 350 completed, which is around about 82%. As for the aerial duels, who wants to know about the aerials? 13-12, very, very tight on that. Luis Enrique, the Spanish man, was on the cusps of bloody getting himself fired in the group stages, but guess what? He's on the way into the quarterfinals with a very, very winnable tie on the hands, and of course they could be going to the semi-finals and beyond. After a wobbly start, Spain are in control, and we'll have a look at the bracket in just a second. Let's take a look at the shot grid in, shall we? Of course, this is the Spanish, the black square here. Of course, the green ones were the ones on target. I think the blue ones are goals. I think that's true, because there was 5 goals. Actually, the red ones were off target, long-range suckers. They were resorted to a lot of shots in the box there, of course, for the Spanish, and of course, a couple of long-range efforts as well. As for the Croatians, preferring this left-hand side, maybe a weak spot perhaps for some of the statisticians to take a look at it, as they prefer to come down this left-hand. So we'll have a look at the touch map right here, right now. This is the Croatians, and again, they're coming up this left-hand side, as you can see, pulling the shots off there, keeping the keeper very, very busy on his tippy toes. Didn't go up to they didn't use this part of the pitch for any real attacking endeavour, but again, in defence, very, very much pegged back with their possession. As for the Spanish, as you can see, this is Unai Simon going forward again when they had possession. Look at it, very, very much kept it within the middle third here. And again, when they did come forward, it looked more often than not down the right side, but pretty much every blade of grass has been covered by the Spanish. How about the touch map here? Here's the Croatians again. This is the keeper, matey boy Linkovic. Did okay for himself, coming down the left-hand side, as you can see, and again, only a few touches within the box. As for the Spanish, though, going this way. The keeper Unai Simon with a lot of touches, a lot of touches in the middle third. And again, that box is pretty more stacked, much more than, of course, the Croatians. How about the starting lineups then? Here we bloody go. We're going to start with the Croatians. Dominik Linkovic, Dija Kolatakar, Damir Vida as well, Josko Kaljevo, Josip Juranovic as well. Kind of all £20 million worth of talent right there. Mazo Brozovic, 28 years old, he'll be back. Luka Modric, will he be back? 35 years of age, of course. Is there one more tournament left in him? There might be, you know. Mateo Kovacic as well, 27 years old, still got a bit of legs in that. Ante Rebic, Nikola Vlasic, and Bruno Pekovic as well. They need a goal scorer in that. Still very young, though. It is young. People slam it for being an old team. There's only 2 guys over 30 in this. So there's 27.2 average age, £257 million worth of talent. I think they've got some room to improve. Of course, centre back they could do with getting a new centre back to partner Kalataklar. And a striker as well, and then there'll be quids in. As for Spanish, Unai Simon, 24 years of age, Lapoitre, Garcia make up your back 2 with Gaia, and Asa Pacheco make up your back 4 there. Busquets, 32, Koke, Pedri, Zadieba has been a standout, superstar standard the past couple of games. Torres and Morata up top, goals in that. Look at that. Absolutely zinger. What else do we have? Substitutions coming at you. We have we did see Mario Pasalic with a goal, of course. Luka Ivanovic, Miroslav Orsic, Josip Breko, Ante Budimir, and Andrej Kanamic coming on, 30 years of age as well. Again, not very old when you look at it. 27.98. There's a couple of 30-year-olds, but not too bad. As for the Spanish, we saw Pau Torres coming on, could be on the way to Man United. Jordi Alba, 32 years of age. Rodri, Fabian Ruiz, Dani Olmo, of course, half Croatian, half Spanish, and Mikel Oyarzabal with a goal as well. What about the old situation? Match ratings, here we go. Let's take a look at it. Of course, the Croatians superstar standout was Mateo Kovacic with a 6.9, Pekovic with a 6.7, Modric 6.8. As for the Spanish, the superstar standout Ferran Torres with a 8.7, Busquets with a 7.4, 7.8 for Zadieba as well. Down here is the old timeline events. 7.18 average for the Spanish, 6.53 for the Croatians. And again, they are a little bit younger. And of course, Unai Simon with a 6.4. How about that? It's been said on the old social media, then shall we take a little look? Hawks won the Luka trade. There is no justice in the world. Croatia deserved to win. Ferran's goal was handball, and they played without Perisic because of COVID. Can't wait to see Spain get spanked in the quarterfinals then. Aguirre, Bar said absolute box office blockbuster, edge of the seat thriller, but wait till you see the next one. Annie said it was the best game I have seen in the Euros. I was wrong to think that Croatia would pass. Congratulations to Spain for qualifying to the quarterfinals. Samir said the fighting spirit of Croatia was commendable throughout the match, fought like warriors till the end and bowed out like heroes. Incredible game of football. Full credit to Spain though, some comeback that was. Thriller. Bruce Willis from Ukraine. What a crazy game. Both teams are just incredible. I applaud Croatia. Well done, Croatia. Spain. Nothing to say. Awesome game. Awesome teams. If you have seen the game, you are absolutely lucky people in the world. I'm the lucky one, so are you. Awesome. This is M. Hayden Azir Amiri, the most entertaining game of the year at the tournament. Plenty of goals, I think he meant to say. Spain and Croatia were played so amazing, but extra time had been tired in the extra time. Croatia had been tired in extra time. Spain knows how the chance to make 2 goals for qualifying into quarterfinals. Great appreciation for both teams. Follier said, you never know what you're going to get from this Luis Enrique team. Croatia really showed character. Scorpio official says, wow, Spain from not deserving to advance from to completely deserving it for the strength of football they show. Congratulations to both teams. Spain kept getting better as time passed by. Suffering Leafs fans said Croatians played with heart and made us proud today. They never give up. Congratulations to Spain on a well-deserved victory. And of course, we've got the other one to look forward to as well. How about the state of play in the bracket? Well, here we go. What a bracket we have on the agenda. We do know, of course, one side of the bracket has been completed. The Swiss did oust the French. We'll talk about that in another match. And they'll be joining by Spain in the quarterfinals. Of course, this is the passage to the final. On the flip side, we do know the Czechs are in there with the Danes in the very, very lopsided draw. A weird-looking draw. And, of course, we'll find out the last 2 teams that will make the quarterfinals tomorrow. But so far, it's looking very, very heavy on this side. Can the Swiss go one step further? We'll talk about that in another one. But the Spanish, of course, from the brink of disaster to the brink of success. We'll talk all about that, of course, as we preview the next round of matches. But until then, hopefully you've enjoyed it. Be sure to give the video some love, smash your thumbs up, smash your subscribe. Check out the links down below on my Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, of course, Patreon as well. But until then, what about the Spanish? Can they go the distance? Let me know your thoughts. Until then, we are done.